On September 8, 2023, a deadly earthquake of 6.8 on a Richter scale shocked Morocco, killing more than 2,000 people. The earthquake was caused by the collision of the Africa and Eurasian tectonic plates, with the epicenter in Al House province in the High Atlas Mountains, about 75 kilometers southwest of Marrakech. The swallow depth of the earthquake is what made it so deadly. In addition to frequent earthquakes, the presence of the Africa and Eurasian plates in Morocco also produced stunning landscape contrasts and the other potential hazard, as Mingyo will show you below. Morocco is bordered by Algeria to the east, the Atlantic Ocean to the west, the Mediterranean Sea to the north, and the disputed Western Sahara to the south. Western Sahara is a disputed Moroccan territory of 266,000 kilometers square, which Morocco claims as its territory for historical reasons. Before Spanish colonization in early 20th century, the region was part of Morocco. After Spain led the region in 1976, Morocco considered it an integral part of their country. However, Western Sahara continues to fight for its full independence with support from Algeria, South Africa, Namibia, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, and many others. Morocco itself has an area of 458,730 kilometers square, with a population of more than 37 million in 2023. Cities such as Casablanca, Rabat, Fez, Saleh, and Marrakech are the top 5 most populated cities. Islam is the majority religion in Morocco, with more than 95% of Morocco's population being Sunni Muslims. The country has a constitutional monarchy form of government, and the King of Morocco is also considered the Amir al-Mu'minin, or a leader of the believers, a title that emphasizes the role of religion in government. In addition to Islam, there are a number of religious minority communities in Morocco, including Christians and Jewish communities. Being desert close to the sea, Morocco has a Mediterranean climate on the northwest coast and a desert climate in the southeast. Summers are usually hot and dry with temperatures that can reach 30 to 35 Celsius. Winters tend to be humid and mild with temperatures averaging around 10 to 15 Celsius. Located at the northwestern tip of Africa, Morocco is hidden between the barren Sahara borders and the exotic Atlantic coast, making the region a fascinating blend of geography. In addition, Morocco has 2 very distinct coastlines. On its west coast, there is the Atlantic coast with its strong and rocky wave, while on the north coast, Morocco faces the Mediterranean Sea which has calmer sandy beaches. As explained earlier, Morocco is located on the border between the Eurasian plate and the African plate. In the past, the Africa and Eurasian continent were more separated than they are today. The movement of tectonic plates caused the continent to move closer to each other. This movement also resulted in the collision between the 2 tectonic plates of Africa and Eurasia, which then form a long geological process, one of which is the formation of the Atlas Mountain in Morocco. The mountain range consists of 3 main parts: the High Atlas, the Middle Atlas, and the Anti-Atlas. The High Atlas is the highest mountain range in Morocco, whose peaks are covered in snow in winter. The Atlas Mountains are one of Morocco's most striking geographical features, stretching from the northeast to the southwest of the country. In addition, the Atlas Mountains also serve as a natural barrier between the Eurasian plate and the African plate. More impressively, the Atlas Mountains have high peaks that are covered in snow in winter, and one of the mountains, Mount Topkal, is still active. Much of southern Morocco is the vast Sahara Desert. It is one of the largest deserts in the world and has an extreme hot and dry climate. Here, there's a lot of sand that forms beautiful tall dunes. FYI geolovers, The Sahara Desert in Morocco has a real river that flows through the Sahara Desert, the Dra River. This river is a very important source of waters and allows agriculture in the region. Although the dry Sahara Desert occupies more than 30% of Morocco territories, the country has some fertile and watery valleys, such as the South Valleys in the southwest. Their valleys are often used for agriculture, especially for growing wheat, corn, olive, orange, and grapes. Morocco is also famous for its production of high-quality olive oil. In addition to having fertile areas, Morocco's soil is also rich in phosphate, and it is one of the largest phosphate producers in the world. Phosphate is an important component in fertilizer. The largest phosphate deposits in Morocco are located in the area around Kobriga, Casablanca, and Gontour. These deposits came from phosphate deposits that formed on the seafloor during a geological period called the Cretaceous, approximately 145 to 66 million years ago. At that time, the region that is now Morocco was part of a deep ocean. What's even more impressive about Morocco is that it has one of the largest solar power plants in the world, the Noor or Zazate Solar Complex. This signifies Morocco's commitment to renewable energy in an effort to prevent the earth from warming. But Morocco is like any other countries around the world. Morocco has experienced different types of natural disaster and any other incident throughout their history. Being located in an earthquake zone, Morocco has experienced deadly earthquake in different parts of their country, such as the September 8th earthquake, and then there's the most destructive earthquake, which occurred in 1960 in Agadir, which caused severe damage and claimed 12,000 lives. The existence of the Sahara Desert is also a source of terrible sandstorm. Sandstorm can arise quickly and cover towns and villages with thick dust. This is a natural hazard to watch out for, as it can damage buildings and farms and disturb air and land traffic. Morocco also experiences rapid and extreme weather change, which can pose a health threat. In addition, during the summer, Morocco, which has many forests and lands with dry vegetation, has a high risk of forest fires. Forest fires can destroy forests, threaten wildlife, and damage the environment. And the heavy rain season in some parts of Morocco can cause flooding, especially in areas that tend to be dry throughout the years. Flooding can damage homes, infrastructure, and agriculture. Climate change is also negatively impacting Morocco, including extreme temperature rises, drought affecting agriculture, and coastal erosion damaging coastline along the Atlantic coast. Although uncommon, Morocco is on the edge of the Atlantic Sea, which can experience undersea earthquakes that can potentially trigger tsunamis. In 1755, a large tsunami caused by an earthquake in Lisbon, Portugal, also reached the Moroccan coast and caused severe damage. The Moroccan government usually goes to great lengths to address and respond to the disaster with various measures, including monitoring, evacuating, rehabilitation, and prevention efforts. Given Morocco's location in earthquake zones, the Moroccan government has created stricter building regulations to ensure that newly constructed buildings are earthquake resistant, which includes stronger design and construction and the use of appropriate materials. But still, this development program has not been evenly distributed to the village, so when the September 8, 2023 earthquake occurred, many buildings collapsed on the residents in the village. Well, geo lovers, let's pray that our brother and sister in Morocco will quickly recover from their trauma and can immediately reorganize their life.